we either have to draft his replacement or we have to draft his mentee. So
Yeah,
I mean,
we're live.
there's some really good wide receivers in this draft, and there's going to be some
Corey,
teams reaching.
Corey.
There's going to be some teams reaching for quarterbacks. So some of those teams
Yeah.
reaching for quarterbacks, that's going to allow some of those receivers to slide. Which ones? I'm not sure. I really think Washington's receiver is a first rounder. Neighbors, I like Neighbors from LSU. I really do. I like Keon from FSU, but he struggled last night with Louisville's corners, and Louisville's corners are really average, and he struggled getting off press with them, getting separation. So that's something to look at with Keon Coleman. But I think he's a really good receiver. It's just some really good receive. Um, is Oregon's receiver Troy Franklin? Is he draft eligible? I think he's going. I think he's going into the draft. Maybe. I'm not sure. I
I
got
don't
to
know
look
too
at.
much about. I don't really. I mean, I watch college football, but not like not like the
Right, right,
NFL.
right, right, right. It's just so many teams and so many like. That's why like college football, man. You get your favorite team and you just hone in on your favorite team. That's what you have to do in
Um,
college football.
what do you think? 27-14, Corey?
Today, I don't know if we scored 27 points. I'm looking at maybe a 23-10 game, maybe
Okay.
23-6, something like that. I just don't think we're explosive enough without a defensive score to score 27 points.
All right.
I've lost all faith in Canales. I just want to limp to the finish line. I want to win this division, and I want to watch my team in a playoff game because I don't care what anybody says. Anything can happen in the playoffs. All right, for us to make the playoffs, that means what we got 8 games left. What we got?
6, 4 and
Man,
2 at least.
we got six. We got 6 games left total.
Yeah.
All right, so we're
Yeah,
four
because
and
if we
seven.
win today, we'll be 5-7. No,
Yeah,
we got
so we're
6.
4 and 7, 6 games left. For us to make the playoffs, that would mean we would have went on some type of run. Whether we win
Yeah.
the next 5 out of 6 games or the next 4 out of 6 games,
I
we
think
would have went
4 and 2 gets it done.
right. Exactly. We would have went on some type of run, and we would be a hot team with a veteran roster. And we I don't care what anybody says about we're just gonna get blown up. No, that's not how the playoffs work, man. I'm gonna tell you what, we saw us go to Dallas week 1 last year, right?
Yep.
Dominate that Dallas Cowboys team. What did they do to us in the playoffs?
What
Dominated
place?
us. Because they were playing some of their best football heading into the playoffs. Dallas didn't add anybody. They was the same exact team that we played in game 1, in week 1. Week 1 is a long ways off. I understand that. But at the same time, Dallas was playing their best football going into the playoffs. New York Giants did it twice, playing their best football going into the playoffs. They go on a Super Bowl run. I'm not saying we're going on a Super Bowl run. I am, however, stating that we can make it very difficult for whoever we play in the playoffs. We're not just going to be a team that you just stomp. You know what I mean? Like I just don't believe that if we make the playoffs because we would have went on a run to get there. We might be playing our best football if we win this division. Winning 4 out of 6 games, winning maybe even 5 out of 6 games. We got Carolina, Atlanta, New Orleans. That's 4 of the 6 games right there. Jacksonville's tough. That's a toss up, right? But
Green Bay.
imagine if we beat Jacksonville. Imagine what that does for the locker room. Imagine if we got Carolina, Atlanta, and then Jacksonville, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Imagine if we win these next 3 games, what they will do for this locker room. And one of those 3 wins is against Jacksonville, who's in the running for the AFC #1 seed. Imagine what that will do for this team. Like, I hate what I've been seeing on Twitter. Oh, we could just lose and get a top pick, dude. There's more draft busts in the top 5, top 10, top 20 of an NFL draft than any other draft in sports history.
If we win today and Atlanta loses and we beat them next week, we're in first place.
We're in first place. That simple. We still control parts of our destiny. Yes, I need the Jets to win today. But even if we win, I don't. I have no faith in Desmond Ritter. I was actually more afraid of Tyler Heineke, to be honest.
Are you
So
going to the game next week, Corey?
yeah, I'm going to the game
Yeah.
next week. Yep, it's going to be a family affair. I
You
promised
going?
my family
You
one
going to
game a
Lambeau
year.
too?
No, I'm not going to go to Lambeau. It's just too expensive for me to go down there and watch that game. It's just. Had we, I'm not gonna lie to you. Had we beat the Colts last week, I would have bought my ticket and went. I would have went to the Lambeau game. But then with it being back-to-back weekends like that, it's just it's tough for me to do stuff like that now because I coach middle school basketball and I work 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for me to take off like that. So um, I think I'm like I said, I'm not one of these fans that that is okay with losing. That was the old Buccaneers. That was the Tampa Bay team when we looking at mock drafts in October. You know what I mean? I'm done with that mentality. I'm sick of it. I hate that it's continued to permeate. It continues to permeate our fan base. People just satisfied. Yeah, we could just take what's the name at this top pick, dude. Why are we putting faith in a rookie? There's been more rookie busts in the NFL than any other sport. Why are we taking? I'm not worried about a rookie. I'm worried about winning as many games as possible, and with those wins, getting postseason after postseason. You understand? We win the division this year. That would be 3 times in a row. That's 3 division championships in a row. If that's not changing the culture, I don't know what is. Yes, we're 4-7. Yes, we've let some games slip. But hear the mentality of the team. Devin, after we beat the Saints, Chris Godwin on the sideline talking to Devin White saying this division runs through us. That's the mentality that needs to be in our fan base and our locker room. Not
Hey,
because we stumble a little bit that you want to give up on the team and give up on the season. No, don't do that. Because when the division gets better, and it will. Y'all loser asses won't even give the team a chance. You won't
hey,
even give the
Corey.
team a chance when the
Off
division
top,
gets better. Because the division is going to get better. That's just the
off
way. That's just the way pro sports works.
off topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Top four college football. Go.
Oh man, that's tough. Okay, here we go. I'm going Michigan. I'm going well. No order. No order. Top four: Michigan, Washington, Texas, Alabama. Those are my top four. I think.
No way
I
they put Georgia in.
Nah, nah, and it's not because Georgia isn't a good team. It's just too the you can't put the team in that beat them that ended their 20. First of all, Georgia toughest team that they played this year was Alabama, and they lost. And I know people look at the score and say they lost by 3, but Alabama was the best team in that game for 3.5 quarters. For 3.5 quarters, Alabama was better than the number one team. I don't care what the final score said. I watched the whole game. Georgia couldn't run. Georgia couldn't pass. Georgia couldn't do anything when that game was really in the balance. So you can't just put them in there just because they want to defend their title. Hey, they had opportunities to defend their title, and the best team that they played, in my opinion, they lost to.
Yeah,
Now, where it gets tricky is Florida State. And
yeah,
as an objective, okay, if you're an objective fan of
yeah,
college football
yeah.
and your favorite team is not Florida State and your favorite team is not Alabama, who would you be more upset that you didn't see in the playoffs?
I don't know. I'm a Gator fan.
Right, exactly. See, I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, right? So, like, for me personally,
You from
it's not even
Miami,
about.
Corey?
You said what?
You from Miami?
Nah. I just I was young and impressionable, and they sucked me in when I was 12.
Yeah,
They had all that swag. You know what I'm saying? At 12 years old, you see a team with that much swag, that much speed, that much uh, braggadocious football. You fall in love with that team.
yeah.
So I fell in love with them, but they're Miami. I'm starting to realize they were just a flash in the pan. In the grand scheme of college football, Miami was a flash in the pan. And I think as
Yeah.
a fan, we kind of hang on to them early 2000 Miami teams, but they were what they were pretty to me. They were pretty much what Clemson I think is going to be.
You think we'll retain Mike Evans?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean
I think
Devin White's gone.
there you go.
Baker
Yep, there it is.
Baker is Winfield and worse, and then uh, David. I think what did David sign for? 8.5 mil, so something around there. Not
Yeah,
not
I,
crazy
I think now at
expensive.
this point, I think at this point, could we get Devin? I mean, not Devin, but Levante on a veterans minimum? With a being 34, I'm not. I need to see. I need to see that.
Nah, maybe like 5 million or something like that.
Yeah, I just think that Devin White. money was what was being talked about. And if we would have known Devin White was going to play like this, it wouldn't
2
even have been a
minutes.
question. It wouldn't even have been a question about re-signing Mike Evans. Devin White. So that's
But yeah,
unfortunate.
it's gonna be like 84 today, man. I don't
It's
know
gonna
if
be
I even
beautiful.
wear. I don't know if I want to even wear the jersey to the game.
It's gonna be that hot.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
like
It's gonna
84
be
today.
70 in Atlanta next week. They might open the top. They got that retractable roof. They might open it.
Have you
Uh,
have you been there before?
nah, I haven't. I've been to a bunch of Falcons games, but I haven't been to one in the Mercedes Benz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew. That's where I grew. I grew up in Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta. So I've been public enemy number one since I've been a kid there.
You watch wrestling, Corey?
No, not like I used to, man. I'm way out of touch with wrestling.
No,
Way out.
I'm going to the Rumble.
For real.
Yeah,
That's gonna be lit.
CM Punk.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. See, I stopped watching wrestling. I want to say like CM Punk's rookie year, bro. Like I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure like that was my last. I'm thinking about getting the WWE pass though, and putting my son on it. Like when it was, like late '90s, early 2000s, and we watch it all the way up to now. I'm thinking about doing that with my son.
yeah. How many kids you got?
Two,
Oh, okay.
two boys. You got any kids?
Nah.
Oh, you live in a single life.
How Corey? How old are you? 20, 27, 28?
No, I'm 35, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm old, man.
Yeah, you got 6 years on me, dog.
Oh yeah, live your life. Live your life, man. Women just make you fat and slow. Live your life.
You think Mike Evans goes 150?
150?
He went 220, 10 catches, like what, 3 touchdowns last year. I was at that game. That was crazy.
Yeah, he had
Wait,
Tom
was it
Brady.
last year? Yeah, it
Yeah,
was last year.
clinched the division. He had Tom Brady throwing him the ball though. That's a different.
But
That's a
Mike
different
Evans got
animal.
9 touchdowns. He only had 6 last year.
Yeah, he dropped one against Carolina too. That first game when we lost to Carolina.
Oh.
150. I think we have enough games to get him his 1,000. I don't know if he's gonna get 150 today. I give him. I give him because we're gonna need him to score today. I'm gonna go 80 with 2 tubs though. I'm gonna go 80 with 2 tubs. That's what I'm gonna go.
I mean, they didn't put Dean and David on IR, so they don't think they're going to miss more than 4 game miss because you go on IR, you have to miss at least 4 games next week. Well, it's already been 2, so they got to be getting closer. Because even last week, the guy said, um, uh, who was it? They said long shot. So basically, that's doubtful. So I don't know if they didn't want to push it this week. I mean, growing for a 33-year-old is that's kind of iffy. The
Yeah.
hell? I don't
No,
know what happened.
no, that was my fault.
You're good.
Growing for
Oh well.
I agree with you. I agree with you, man. Growing
So
hamstring for a player that age, yeah, ooh, it's tough. Especially a player with that type of athleticism. Like Levante has been one of the most freakishly athletic linebackers ever. Like if you go look at his numbers from interceptions to sacks to TFLs, you can't do what he's done in this league for as long as he's done it you can't play at the speed that he's played at and not be extremely athletic. So your groin, your hamstring, like all that shit got to be in tune, man. And I'm
well, we
worried
don't need
about
him
that.
to be the Panthers. I mean, we got Davis.
We
McCollum has
should beat
played
the
pretty good.
Panthers without. We should be able to beat the Panthers without Devin White and Levante David.
And
We should.
Well, yeah.
We should be able to do it. That's why I'm harping on our front seven.
I don't
That's
know
why.
if Devin White. I don't know if he aggravated his foot. He's played through groin, foot. Um, what else did he have?
Devin White put unnecessary pressure on himself when he asked for a trade. When his representation asked for a trade, he put too much pressure on himself.
So you think it's
Un
a distraction?
Yes. It put a spotlight on him that wasn't really there before. We forgave Devin White for his transgressions. We forgave him because we saw prime Devin White, and he's still what, 26. We saw was 25, I think. We saw what a focused and dominant Devin White looks like. A healthy Devin White looks like. We saw it in the playoff run. He was one of the most dominant players in that playoff run. Period. Bar none. He was probably outside of Devin White was probably our best player in that playoff run. Like, I'm just running back those games. Our defense was dominant against Washington. Great. We go to New Orleans, and Devin White was clearly he was the best player on the field in New Orleans. And then we go to Green Bay, and our defense pushed. Our offense did get us the lead, but when the offense started turning the ball over, our defense led, and he recovered did he recover that fumble that Jordan Whitehead forced? I think Devin White recovered that fumble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a big hit.
At the beginning, man, I miss Jordan Whitehead. He's probably one of the best, probably a top 2 hitter in the league because he does it legal. It's not illegal. He doesn't put himself at risk. He's just a very hard hitter. Like, I hate that we drafted him and couldn't pay him, but it's like that sometimes. It's like that sometimes. But as a Miami fan, I watched him at Pitt. I knew how good he was. He was a problem at Pitt. I watched him. And that's the cool thing about college football. When you do have a team that you hone in on, some of these guys you see make it to the league, you'll be like, man, I knew that guy was good. Like, I knew this guy was good. I watched them. They're good football. They're good football players. Vita Vea. I was upset we didn't get Derwin James, but I watched Vita Vea dominate Alabama. When Washington played him in the playoffs, he dominated Alabama. He was
Rashad White, 50-yard touchdown, baby.
The second or third best player.
Wait, how long was it? He's 50.
So I saw what Jason Light saw. I just wanted Derwin James because I knew how good Derwin James was. But look, I was wrong. But I knew Vita Vea was really good. Like, you watch these guys, especially from the smaller schools, you watch them and you be like, hey, that player's good. This player's good. I've seen him play. Chris Godwin, who I don't know how many people watched Chris Godwin last year at Penn State. Chris Godwin was probably the second or third best receiver in the country his last year at Penn State. He tore USC a new hole. I don't know if anybody ever even goes back and watch him play against USC and how he destroyed. I think he had 13 catches for like $180 and 2 tubs. Like,
do you have any concern? Do you have any concern if Godwin plays today? Like, is he limited at all? I mean,
no. Chris Godwin's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog ass player. If he plays, he can go 100%, and he will go 100%. He's a dog ass player.
I guess Schefter reported last night that he's likely to play, bearing, as long as he feels okay in pregame warmups.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's gonna play.
Yeah. But why would they elevate 2 receivers? I mean, we're going to need KJ Britt and Russell on defense, so maybe they need,
They need on offense. I like they called up David Moore. David Moore is a veteran. I like David Moore. He's a veteran.
But you can't keep 6 receivers active, right? Let's say
they called up another receiver, but they said he's not going to be active. I forgot who it was.
Ryan Miller.
There you go. Yep.
From one of those Ivy League schools. Or no, is it? Well, they do that just in case, because what if he couldn't play, and then you can't elevate someone an hour before the game, and then what happens? Right. He's from Furman. Is Furman Ivy League?
No,
it's not.
No, it's Division I though.
Oh, it's Division I, Furman.
Yeah.
You think Trask can still be good, Corey?
Man,
Hey, I like your new Twitter name.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
What is my new Twitter name?
Oh, yeah. What is it?
No, I have the same name. Miles Ahead.
Oh, okay. I just not realized that. I'm like, Miles Ahead. Okay.
You probably follow the other Corey too. That's why.
Oh, okay.
There's another Corey. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I do think Kyle Trask can be good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm a Miami fan. I don't care about the Florida ties, right? the University of Florida ties, because that's not my team. I'm gonna tell you why I think this kid can be good. He was in a completely different system his first 2 years, right?
Uh-huh.
We knew he wasn't going to play his first 2 years, so he just stayed waiting in the wings, waiting in the wings. They
Yep.
they
Yep.
fired the OC that he's been training for 2 years. They bring in they tell Kyle Trask he's not mobile enough, right? Remember that? That was the knock on him. He wasn't athletic enough. Remember that?
He's
And
faster than Brady.
they
Oh,
say,
not
they
by
say his
much.
arm, was average, All right, his pocket awareness average. He took all that criticism, and then he came back with a new OC with Dave Canales. How good did Kyle Trask look in the preseason? He looked really good. I get it. They wanted, and I understand the trepidation to go ahead and put a third year in there when you got a veteran team. So they got Baker. He's a veteran. He has a playoff win. You bring Baker in. He has mobility. He has a live arm. You bring Baker in to compete for the job. And I'm watching these guys, and I did not see much separation. You got to remember, Kyle Trask never got to throw the ball to Mike Evans and Chris Godwin or Rachaad White in the preseason. He was throwing with, Raheem Jarrett, Devin.
Yeah, Evans had a little groin thing or something.
Yeah, he was throwing the ball to Raheem Jarrett, Devin Tompkins, and Trey Palmer. Trey Palmer probably makes the team. He probably makes the team because of how he played with Kyle Trask. Think about that for a second. If Kyle Trask doesn't use Trey Palmer like he was getting used in the preseason, Trey Palmer probably would have been on a bubble. We wouldn't even have known how good Trey Palmer was if it wasn't for Kyle Trask.
He dropped a man. I don't know how he dropped that last week, but I think I asked you. Was it last week or the week before? Um, so what's the update on Josh Giddey? I'm hearing a bunch of stuff.
The last thing I saw on Josh Giddey, he was it happened 2 years ago when he was 19. But 2 years ago, that doesn't make sense because how old is the girl now? So you telling me she was 14?
Yeah, I heard she was 15.
No, they're saying she's 15 now.
Yeah, but like the legal age in Australia is 16 and Oklahoma is 17. It's
Yeah,
from
well, I think this would have been in Australia.
yeah.
And Andrew Bogut said the girl lied about her age. So
Yeah.
which is a possibility, but at the same time, man, you just can't put yourself in those situations. Like, listen, I feel bad for everybody involved. If he was duped, I really feel bad for him. But if he wasn't, I feel bad for the girl because she's a child, man. She just probably thought you were a cute older guy, and girls, unfortunately, young girls do things like that when they. I don't know, man. It's just. I really hope it. I hope it's not as.
You
I
know.
don't know. It could be a very ugly situation, man. Like, cause I work with
Yeah.
kids, man. So it's like, um,
They said about Wander too. They said apparently the girl was 14, but the girl was 18. The other girl was 20, and she was drinking and had a kid, and so it's been 4 months. If they had something on him, even though the process is slow in the DR,
yeah,
usually those, he hasn't been extradited, and they're saying that, oh, it's going to be over soon. If they had something on him, that there would have been some. He's like, oh, no news is bad news. No news is that they don't have, and like a thing on, so
yeah. The investigation is taking a little bit longer. No news.
yeah.
But I think we win today, 23-6. I think,
Damn, 6 points. So it's
yeah,
almost like the Tennessee game.
yeah, exactly.
We
I
cannot let we got to sign McLaughlin. That dude's been money all year.
Yeah, yeah, man. I
One,
don't think he's missed. The one he's missed was blocked.
yeah, one got chipped against the Bills. I'm like, damn, how do you miss it by that much? And then the one against the Bears, and I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
that
yeah,
one got blocked. The Bears got blocked, and the Bills got blocked. Right, those the
yep.
block. Yeah, but that's up front issue. Not yeah. We gotta resign him for a franchise that's been very hard at finding a kicker. He's been money. Got to get him.
All right.
Got
Well,
to get him.
I gotta go.
All right.
Um, I will talk to you later.
All right, man. Enjoy the game.
Yes, sir.
Go Bucks.
Sir.